Hello everyone, hello everyone, Ryan here. It's your mate, it's your old mate, it's your old mate Ryan here. Mate, it's your old mate, Ryan here. It's your old mate Steam Fan 61, aka Ryan here. Sorry it's been a couple of months since my last video, which was the final reveal video which was the final update video on my Airfix 72nd Supermarine scale Spitfire. Um, so yeah, um, the final reveal for which I will be filming in due course in the next, well, I'll be filming soon. Let's per se, I'll be filming the final reveal soon. I don't know when. But anyway, that's not today. That's not about today's video. Today's video I've got for you. I've got the final update on my Airfix 172 scale North American Aviation P-51D Mustang that came as part of the which was the second, which was the third and final kit, which was the second, which I think was the third and final kit that Airfix sent me to me for free. So on that note, obviously, as I've been saying at the beginning of every video that I've done on this build and on the Spitfire and obviously the two previous biplane builds that obviously they're right there actually in the background. On the two biplane builds, the prior to the Spitfire and the Mustang. So obviously, just want to say a huge thank you to Emily, Adam, and Emily Hewton of Airfix and Horby Hobbies, respectively, for obviously sending me these kits for free, and for recognizing my talent, and obviously for recognizing my talent, and obviously sending me these kits for free. Although they haven't paid, although just so that you guys know, Airfix have not paid me what to say, or my Airfix or Hornby and Airfix have not paid me to say or do my opinions on the kit are strictly my own. Um, are strictly my own. And obviously, the only other thing I want to say is obviously huge thank you to my godfather for getting in touch with Airfix to enable them to obviously have a look at my YouTube channel and obviously recognise my talent. So on with the final, so on with the update really. So better this way. Hang on a minute. Just going to readjust. I'm just going to readjust my blinds, guys, because. So yeah, here she is, gents. I apologise for the white, for the obviously the whiteness, obviously because obviously cameras don't like the reflection of obviously cameras, as we all know, don't like the reflection of metallic colours or bare metal finishes. This is a metallic finish and not a bare metal finish, because of course if it was a bare metal finish I'd left it as it was, but obviously I gloss coated it because obviously I looked and I had texture, and obviously I didn't want to take any chances with the decal, so I hate to say this, but I played it safe and I glossed it to obviously have it a gloss to have a gloss a flat gloss surface, a very flat glossy surface for the decals to go down to bed onto very nicely. But yeah, so So yeah, so here she is, all painted up and come on. So yeah, here she is all painted up, ready for. Here she is all painted up, ready and all painted up and glossed up, ready for her decals now. So yeah, so here she is all painted up, ready for gloss, ready. Here she is all painted up, ready, glossed up, ready for her decals, ready for a decal, ready for a ready for her decal, ready for her decals. Obviously, the darker. Obviously, there's not so much light this side, so that's what she looks from that side. But yeah, so yeah, but yeah, so the colours I used, obviously, the colours I used for this was for the obviously for the bare metal work, for the obviously for the fuselage and the wings, I used Revel. I used for the fuselage and the wings initially for the fuselage and the wings. Initially, I used Revel Aqua Color 99 aluminium, 99 aluminium, which is obviously a metallic finish paint, which is a metallic finish paint, which is a metallic finish paint. And then of course I went over the wings, both the top and bottom surfaces, as well as the horizontal, the sort of the front of as well as the horizontal stabilizer in Revell Emil, which is their enamel range, which is Revell's enamel range. Revel Emil 90, which is their silver finish, which is a silver paint. And the reason I use that paint is because, quite honestly, I prefer it in terms of how it looks, in terms of its luster and its color. It's metal. It's metal. It's metallic. It's like its metal luster look over the Humbrol silver. If that makes sense. So yeah, and then of course, so that's how. So yeah, that's how. So there, that's how I painted that, and then of course. So yeah, that's how I painted that. So that's how I painted the main bodywork and the fuselage per se. The main bodywork, the main fuselage per se. I then obviously the only other thing and then after that I painted. You can't see it now, but then because I went for sort of like before putting on the blue nose, I went for the factory look, the fresh out the factory look. Fresh out the factory look, fresh out the factory as fresh out the factory look, as if to say it's just been delivered from the factory to the squadron. Um, so I painted the olive drab anti glare panel on the top of the engine cowling, and then obviously and then after that I painted the rudder in gloss red in not in gloss red in Humbrol 153 matte insignia red. Hang on a minute. Sorry about that. I had to stick my sorry about that, everybody. I had to stick my laptop on charge because the battery needed to be recharged. Needed recharge. So yeah, where was I? I then painted the rudder. Don't know how well you're going to get this because the light's not exactly great today, but I painted the rudder in Humbrol 153, which is Humbrol enamel 153 insignia red on obviously that side, and obviously that side. On that side as well. Obviously, I painted in. Obviously, I then repainted the trim tab in silver. Um, as for the propeller and the nose, obviously the propeller I painted in silver. Obviously, I painted in aluminium. In aluminium, as it would have, because it's made because the propellers are made. The propeller nose kind of is aluminium. The propeller blades I've just painted, I think, in silver or steel. I can't remember. I remember. I think I painted them in either in aluminium as well. I think, or silver, because I think because obviously these are metal propeller blades opposed to wooden ones. Um, and then of course I just painted the propeller blades in Humbrol 33 matte black. In Humbrol 33 matte. In Humbrol 33 matte black. In Humbrol 33 matte black, and then of course I just did the tips in Humbrol 24 trainer yellow. In Humbrol 24 trainer yellow, and then of course because I was waiting for quite a while to actually get the the because what happened is I ordered the French gloss blue for the nose alongside the Humbrol red, and of course at the time when I ordered that, obviously Humbrol Hornby had the blue, Hornby had the gloss blue colour in stock, but they didn't have the red colour in stock. Because I didn't know, I wasn't sure how long it was going to be. Obviously, I bought a completely separate pot of Humbrol 153 enamel gloss red, just so I could still do the rudder, so to speak. And then of course when the gloss blue turned up with the 153s, I didn't need the 153 because obviously I'd already got a pot of it. But obviously the gloss blue I did need. So then I just painted the nose, the whole of the nose, and the cockpit. I just painted the whole of the nose and the front of the front of the obviously the cockpit and the front windscreen for us windshield in obviously in French gloss blue, and then of course after that and then of course after that everyone and then after that I just pretty much just gave it three coats of gave the model three coats of Humbrol gloss coat. Just gave the just gave the coated the model gave the model a coat of three gloss coats of Humbrol gloss coat all over. So of course all over the obviously the few all over the all over all over the obviously all over the fuselage, the tail, all over the fuselage, the propeller, all over the aircraft, and then obviously I just waited 24 hours in between to 24 hours in between to obviously let each gloss coat dry, so to get to the point where it is now, really. Um, so yeah, that is how the Mustang is looking at the moment, everyone. Um, And of course, I won't just, obviously I haven't stopped it. It's not just obviously the Mustang itself, the actual aircraft itself. I've also I've also if I can get this in shot, I've also painted and glossed up the canopy. I've also painted up and glossed up the aircraft's canopy. Colours wise, the outside colours obviously it's Humbrol, is Revel aqua colour, Revel aqua colour 99 aluminium. 99 aluminium for both the the canopy frame, for the canopy framing, which is a plastic, which is a separate plastic part, and obviously the canopy framing over the actual clear part itself, which is actually clear, but I sort of depicted more or less got. I mean, the framing on this is very well done, so you know where to sort of obviously paint what parts are obviously the canopy frame and which parts are obviously the actual perspex, so to speak. And then on the inside, on the inside the canopy, I painted the support brace in Humbrol, in Revel 99 aluminium, but the inside the canopy was painted in Humbrol 33 matte black. Just to give it that sort of thick, just to give it that heavy sort of, just to give it that heavy metal look, if just to give it that heavy metal look, if you know what I mean, everyone. So yeah, that's how the cockpit, that's how the canopy's looking, everyone. Obviously this is being gloss coated, so you can actually see through it, so to speak. I mean, not completely perfectly because I did have to sand this, but you can see through it to a degree, both sides. And then the only other thing I've and then the only other thing I've done, and I'll show them individually because it's very difficult to have both of them in shot, so to speak, is I've painted and glossed obviously the 75 gallon externally mounted jettisonable fuel tanks. So here's the port side external 75. Here's the port side jet. Here's the put. Here's the port side drop tank as here's the port side drop tank as the crews and as the both the pilots and the ground crews used to call them. Obviously, again, obviously because these were made of aluminium. These were aluminium tank. These were made of aluminium tank. These were made of aluminium. I painted up in Revel aqua color 99 aluminium, and then obviously just glossed around it because obviously this has got decals, as these have got the drop tanks have got stencils. I've got stencil data decals. I've got to go onto them. So yeah, that's how the port drop tank is looking. And then this is how and then of course this is the starboard side externally mounted jettisonable drop tank, jettisonable fuel tank. Obviously drop tank because that's what the air crews and the ground crews used to call them. Again, like the port side one, obviously this was painted Humbrol, in Revell Aqua Colour 99 aluminium, and then gloss coated 3 times, ready for so it's ready for its decals. So I'll just give you a look at the starboard side. I'll just give you one look at the starboard side one. I'll give you a look at the starboard side one. Here's the port side one. Another look at the canopy before we finish the video. And then before we finish the videos, just so you guys can actually get a good look at the aircraft, what I'll do is obviously I'll explain so you guys can get a good look at the aircraft while I explain when you'll get the next video. So basically now, chaps and chaps and ladies, ladies and gents, obviously chaps and ladies, chaps, lady, and also ladies and jet, ladies and chaps, ladies and gents. Obviously you won't get the final reveal on this, and you won't get the final reveal on this and the Spitfire now till obviously that you won't get the final, you won't see the final reveal from me on this now till I've got the aircraft, till I've got the aircraft fully deck I've got till I've fully till I've obviously I've got the decals, I've got the decals on the aircraft. I've got obviously until I've deckled the aircraft, gloss coated the aircraft to seal the decals in, and then gloss coated the aircraft to seal the decals in, and then obviously I'm going to flat coat the propeller blades, to take them back to the sort of that worn satin that worn matte that worn satin matte finish that you see on propeller blades when they've when they've been in service for quite a bit, when the aircraft's been in service for quite a bit. And I'm going to do the same with the I'm going to do the same. I'm going to flat coat the rudder as well to give it that sort of flat that flat fabric text that fat fabric tech that flat fabric flat 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 as in matte finish fabric look that you see on fabric covered control surfaces such as rudders and elevators and ailerons sort of thing. And then obviously after that, obviously I've got to decal the canopy, because there's a decal on the canopy. There's a few decals that have got to go on the canopy, and then there's a couple of stencil dated decals that have got on that go on the drop tank. Obviously once they're all once this is decaled, once this is decaled, you then won't see a further video on me from this until I've got the the canopy deckled, and once this is deckled and gloss coated to seal the decals in, flat coated on, obviously flat, applied a flat coat to the rudder, the propeller blades, and the wheels, and obviously the wheel and the wheels. You then won't get another video. You won't, and then of course, ultimately, it won't be until I've got the drop tanks. I've got the drop tanks on the drop tanks on the aircraft, and until I've got the canopy on. So yeah, so yeah, that's basically you. So what I'm trying to say is it's gonna what I'm trying to say in a sort of thoroughly detailed in terms of what steps I'm going to be. What I'm trying to say is, and what I was trying to say with all those steps is, it won't be until I've got the aircraft glossed, deckled, glossed to seal the decals in, flat coated obviously the propeller blades and the rudder, and obviously until I've got the decals on, and obviously I've got the decals on the drop tanks and the canopy, obviously gloss coated the gloss and deckled and gloss basically deckled and gloss coated the all the actual the airframe itself, the drop tanks and the canopy, glossed, obviously glossed, then put a gloss another the final gloss coat on to seal obviously seal the decals on the drop tanks, the canopy, the airframe, and the airframe itself, and obviously then applied a flat coat to the propeller blades and the rudder to take the propeller blades and the rudder to a flat finish. So yeah, I don't know, like I said, I've got no idea when the final reveal on the Mustang will be. And also, although I said I'll be so, but that should, but obviously when I do have the final reveal for you guys on the Mustang, I will bring it to you. Um, Obviously, same for the Spitfire. I don't know when the final reveal of the Spitfire is going to be. And the reason I say that is because obviously for the last couple of months, well, for the last month or two now, every time I've turned on my laptop, obviously it keeps coming up that the internal battery needs to be replaced. So I'm going to have to book that in. So I'm going to have to book the I'm going to have to book the I'm going to have to take it to Curry's PC World and get it booked in for repair with Know How, which is their sort of their technical repair which is their technical repair division or unit, which is their sort of which is tech for anyone who's not in the UK. For any of those you follow me in those of you who follow me in the UK, there's an electronic shop called Curry's PC World. Obviously Curry's obviously was an electrical electrical good shop selling tellies, fridges, kitchen appliances. Curry's and the PC World was just a PC shop basically, and then several years ago they merged together. But of course, PC World before the merge with Curry's, obviously they have a technical service branch called Know How, and it says on their tin, it says on their leaflets that obviously they can repair they can repair your faulty electrical appliances in store. That's a lie, because I'm not being funny. Most times I don't. If those of you who are long enough back with me, I've been staying. Of those of you who've been subscribed long enough to know, I had a couple years, quite quite a few years back. I had a laptop. About 3 years ago now, I had a laptop that had to go in to have its hinges replaced. A very old laptop that I had to go in to have its hinges replaced and its key and some of the keys on the keypad replaced. Obviously that laptop's ongoing, but this laptop needs a battery. So what I'm trying to say is basically, in order for them to do that, it has to go to it has to go to a know-how's laboratory in electronics laboratory in Hemel Hempstead to have it, looked at and repaired. So yeah, so what I'm trying to say is that I've got no idea when my final reveal is going to be, everyone. But yeah, thank you for watching this video, and obviously thank you very much for watching. But obviously, but before I say a fanfare, before I say goodbye, obviously, and like I said at the beginning of it, like I said at the beginning of the video, like I said at the beginning of the video, huge thank you to Adam and Emily Houghton of Airfix and Horby Hobbies, of Horby Hobbies, for sending me this kit for free. Although they've not paid me what to say, or although they've not paid me what to say or do, my opinions on the kit are strictly my own. And obviously, huge thank you to my godfather huge thank you to my godfather who obviously got in touch with Airfix, and a huge thank you to my godfather, and also a huge thank you to my godfather who got in touch with Airfix, with obviously with Adam, and who got in touch with Horby Hobbies customer care, which he then spoke to, end up speaking to Adam and Emily, Adam and Emily Houghton of Airfix, and Horby Hobbies respectively, for obviously enabled them to recognise my Canon and send these kits out for free. So yeah, but yeah, till the final reveal on the Spitfire and the Mustang, which I don't know when they'll be, which I've got no idea when they'll be. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next time. All right, take care. Take care. Take care, chaps and ladies. Take care, chaps and ladies. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next time. All right, bye.